As we roll up our sleeves and begin our work as the 7th administration and as the 7th democratic parliament, we should demonstrate this commitment in our deeds as well as in our words. So let us engage constructively with respect. Let us show modesty and humility, and let us draw closer to the people we represent, not further away. Let us show in our actions that we are here to serve our people, not to enrich ourselves or to access positions of privilege. Above all, let us show that government will work for the people and that we can create a new era of growth and prosperity in our country. That is the task which the presidency will focus on over the next 5 years, working closely with all departments and all spheres of government to implement the priorities that we have set out. And indeed, it is this that we want to engage in working with this Parliament as well. There are some, like Honorable Hlophe, who question the role of the presidency in undertaking this task, or whether it really needs the budget that we have tabled in this vote. Some have argued that the presidency should reduce its responsibilities, while others, like Honorable Malema, have argued that we should take over more functions, such as the police, for instance. It is important to understand that the role of the presidency is to provide leadership and coordination to ensure that the commitments that we make as a government are implemented swiftly and effectively, and to steer the ship of government, working through all its structures in the right direction. Some of you have correctly said that the presidency has convening powers, but it is much more than that. It is to ensure that there is intergovernmental cooperation and execution. It is to ensure that we break down the silo mentality or approach to work and get everyone to work together. Some in this House have said that we are building a super presidency that subsumes the role of government departments. On the contrary, the presidency complements and strengthens the work of government as a whole. The role of the presidency is to guide planning, coordination and oversight, and support for the agenda of government through institutions such as the Cabinet Office, the Project Management Office, and the Policy and Research Services. A number of speakers have raised the issue of the manner in which Parliament exercises its oversight functions with respect to the presidency, including the possibility of a dedicated oversight committee. It is correct and proper that Parliament, through its relevant structures, should give this matter consideration and determine the most appropriate way to fulfill its constitutional responsibilities. The presidency, like the rest of the executive, is committed to honor its accountability to Parliament. Some of you in the debate reminded this House that the 6th Parliament, through its Rules Committee, has for some time been seized with the question of how best the Assembly can oversee Vote 1, which is the presidency, as part of the national budget, mindful of the unique and overarching role of the presidency. This question arose as some political parties in the Assembly suggested that the Constitution of 1996 required the Assembly to establish or mandate a committee for this purpose. Other parties suggested that the office of the President has grown in recent years and now incorporated a host of office bearers, advisors, and functions. This matter was raised by the Judicial Commission of Inquiry into allegations of state capture. In raising the matter, its report, which was submitted to Parliament on the 23rd of October 2023, the Commission made some recommendations. Amongst others, the Commission said, Parliament should consider whether it would be desirable for it to establish a committee whose function is or includes oversight over acts or omissions of the President and Presidency, which are not overseen by existing committees. On the 25th of April in 2023, the Rules Committee of the National Assembly agreed that it would be instructive for a delegation of members to undertake a study tour, as we heard reported here, to engage other counterparts in comparative parliaments on this matter. The study tour was undertaken to the UK, and it took place from the 16th to the 20th of July, 2023. I would have loved to have seen a similar study tour to other countries on our continent, rather than just focus on a Eurocentric approach. But it is what it is. The study tour was undertaken. The delegation engaged political representatives and procedural experts from Westminster, as well as independent institutions in order to establish, among other things,